Namaskar, Mitro. Good evening, friends. It's a pleasure again to be in front of you with somebody whom we have already met about 2 years back. And this time she is in the avatar of a writer. So here we have a person who is not only a dancer, an accomplished one, but also now a budding writer, if I can use that word. Welcome, Dr. Rekha, to our little chat, where I understand you are going to launch your book.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kartik.
Absolute pleasure. I understand the name of the book is Reflections.
Yes.
So why the title Reflections?
I guess reflected all my life experiences in this book, and of course not all these years, 5 decades. I cannot put it in such a small book, but I have tried to share the important chapters, which I can say, the important experiences, which will help people in knowing that if I can do it, they can also do it.
Yes, I think because in your preface you have written that life is a journey filled with ups and downs. So obviously everybody has ups and downs, and you have also gone through. And you go on to say that it's a roller coaster of experiences. And you start with fight, and then and in the middle you have love, and then you have cry, and you have laugh also. So
Yeah.
is fight playing a very important part in life?
Yes, very much,
Oh.
very much. So
And
there are two types of people. One is somebody who bounces back when they face the pain, and one is the other ones are like, if you have happiness, if you experience happiness, they bounce back and they do something greater. So for me, it has always been like, when I'm hit by the pain, I bounce back more.
oh,
So it so
interesting.
happened, yeah.
Yeah. So if you were to advise some youngsters who may read this book, or because I remember last time when we had met, you had said that you would have crossed paths with not less than 100,000 people through your classes and through their parents and through whatever. So I'm sure you will have a wide audience, and I wish your book has a wide audience in terms of acceptability and readership. So to this large number of people, what is that message that you want to convey? Because I was reading one sentence and I was very impressed, because you are a dancer by profession, you got a PhD thereon, which says dance for me is the highest form of worship. So somewhere down the line, you're comparing your dance with worship, and worship, of course, to the Almighty. And you also want to, through your book, as you say, let these 100,000 and more people know your life experiences and therefore reflections. So can you tell us, how do you weave this dance, worship, reflections, fights, love? How have you sort of juxtaposed all this in 120 pages?
Step by step.
Please.
And yeah, and I don't think my story is over here with this 129 pages. There will be many more editions
Oh, you'll
coming
have a
up.
sequel to it? Oh.
Yes, definitely. Yes. Because in the process of writing, I experienced that I have not shared so many other experiences which are as well very important. So yeah, I will have sequels. And as I told you, dance is a worship. See, and I think the way I was raised in my family, a very spiritual based family, whatever ups and downs came into my life, one constant thought was always there in me that it is all impermanence. So that kept me like, okay, ठीक है, कभी कुछ अच्छा हो जाता है तो भी अच्छा है, नहीं हुआ तो भी stay calm, it is okay, this time we shall also pass by. Such sentences from my bapuji, it is always there in my mind. So that stability, I got it from my parents. And when I started my dance training, there also the same thing reflected in my life, that calmness, hard work, discipline, all these things pay off to you. And so you just have to be there and experience whatever you are experiencing, and have the faith at the same time that wherever you are placed is in the right, you are in the right place. You are taken care of you are taken care of by the God, yeah, by the Almighty, whomever you believe in. So I have reflected all these things in various experiences of my life. And yeah, many more to come. I can say that.
Oh yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah. You use the word impermanence. Are you
Yeah.
also an exponent of Vipassana? Because that is a very standard word which is used in Vipassana by Goenkaji. No?
No, no.
Then
But
indirectly you are already.
आपने मेरे दिल की बात बताई कि इतना सारा chaos I'm experiencing right now because of my health and work and launching of the book, so many things. In fact, आज ही शाम को मुझे वो ख्याल आया कि मुझे विपासना करना है. After all these things are done, maybe August last week or September, I want to go for 10 days silence. And you just spoke about that.
Correct. Because this word impermanence is a very important word, that concept that is there in Vipassana. But we'll talk about it some other time, right? You
Okay.
also say you're saying a dancer's memoir of undying passion, grit, and resilience. Resilience. So,
Yes.
so how are you distinguishing between grit and resilience? Because grit is something that is inborn or you cultivate, and resilience is maybe something you learn along the way. How do you differentiate between that?
I think my heart answers all of this.
Oh, okay, fine.
I go
So,
with my instincts.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah.
They say that everything that you do should be done with passion. And of course, you have
Yeah.
found your passion in dance, and you have found your passion now in writing, in whatever you have done. So if you were to define passion from your point of view, which I'm sure you must have tried to do in your book, because ultimately everybody says that you should have passion, but probably nobody knows how to have that passion and how to actually channelize that passion into something. You see?
Yeah.
So are you by
Yeah.
chance, I've not read your book, of course I'll read it once it is published, but are you having a thought mentioned as to channelizing your passion? Because that's where I guess the gap is there between having a passion and putting that passion to use, if you like.
Yeah. So passion is something, but what I believe is passion is something which you can do 24/7 and all your lifetime. That is your passion. And once you understand that, yes, you can do this and it is not boring for you. And like for me, I used to work crazily. I used to do my choreography during COVID times, during even in the nights, I used to do that. So बचपन से ही डांस सीखा है तो मुझे एक चीज तो पता चल ही गई कि मेरे साथ अगर कुछ चलेगा साथ में आगे तो डांस आगे चलेगा. So I found it, but for rest other people who are not able to understand, they can just simply come into that awareness that what makes them feel happy and what doesn't give them boredom. So maybe that is their passion, and then yeah, passion has to be like it will improvise slowly, right?
You
So you
learn
have
on
got
the
to
way.
improve.
You learn on the
Yeah,
way and adjust yourself. You
yeah.
go by.
You learn it. There are gurus from whom you can go and learn. Once you find out, once you come to know that okay, meditation is my passion. That also can be a passion. So then they can find their own guru or whichever technique, as you said, vipassana. So I use the technique of Prajapita Brahma Kumaris also because my mother was a very keen follower of Prajapita Brahma Kumaris. So that meditation Raja Yoga also helped me.
And are you
So
bringing all this in your book? Are you touching it, or it's going to be in sequel 2 and sequel 3? Who knows?
no, it is there. It is
It
there.
is
Yeah,
there. Oh, interesting. So somebody who reads
yeah,
your book would also understand, or at least get an idea of what passion means to you, and how somebody can imbibe that passion in his or herself. In the
yeah.
last.
One of the chapter, I mean, the thing in my book is Mata Pita Guru Daivam. Daivam means Dev. It is in Tamil word. So मैंने वो cover किया है कि पहले माता है, माँ है, father है, फिर गुरु है और फिर दैवम है. So that is the process. वो पूरा है, वो जो चाहता है वो.
माँ के
So
पैरों के
yeah,
नीचे जन्नत होती है, कहीं और जाने की जरूरत नहीं है.
yes,
बिल्कुल,
yes.
बिल्कुल. Yeah. In the last 8-9 minutes that we've been talking, I didn't keep a count, but at least I think you used the word happiness 7 to 8 times. So happiness seems to be a very important aspect, and I see you smiling broadly. So happiness seems to be something which is very important and very dear to your heart. And everybody
Yes.
is entitled to happiness and obviously searching for happiness. So are you touching about happiness also in your book?
Yes, very much. And what I believe is happiness is a choice. For me, I had a choice to do to just get up and dance or do some choreography, do something with costumes, do something with music, and all that things gave me a smile always on my face. And yes, so smiling is really important for me because even if it is artificial, it is good for our health.
Very true. Very true. So true. So true.
So
And I,
sometimes what happens, Karthik, is I have to control my smile. You know, it is never that I can't smile. I can smile. I can give a big smile, but then sometimes कभी कभी कहीं कहीं जगह पे ऐसा लगता है कि अच्छा ठीक है थोड़ा smile कम कर लेती हूँ मैं. So it is opposite for me, and especially when I come in front of the camera, yeah, I'm in a different world. Stage, sound, lights, cameras is my life. Yeah.
the action starts.
Yeah.
No, no, I'm very happy to hear what you're saying, and it is reflecting very clearly in your body language, the way you are saying what you're saying. I'm sure a reader will find the same tone and texture in the written word that you have done, which you are trying. Uh, Anything that you had in your mind when you decided to write this book, and how long you've been trying to write and complete this book? This 120 pages has taken you, say, 30 years. I will not mention the age, but I'll at least 30 years, at least, right? So
Yeah.
is it a compilation of 30 years or a few years or a certain segment of your life or a period? I mean, when I mean segment.
That's a really good question because actually one of my friend who was a great support, who is also one of the trustee member of Kalakruti right now. When I shared my life journey, when we started participating and we started jointly giving programs, he was the person who inspired me. You must write something about you. And then it just vanished from my head. I said, ये तो सब चलता रहता है यार. Everybody faces ups and downs, and it's nothing new. मैं कुछ नया कुछ नहीं कर रही हूँ मैं. But then eventually, continuity and consistency of my work. And then 8 years back, Siddhi, um, not only my daughter, my Shishya, I would say my soulmate as well. So she told me that, Mama, you must write a book on your life story, because जैसे जैसे वो बड़ी हो रही थी उसको समझ में आ रहा था कि प्रैक्टिकली फैमिली बैलेंस करना, वर्क बैलेंस करना, हेल्थ को बैलेंस करना, इट इज डिफिकल्ट. तो आपने करके ऐसे लिया. So she follows me and I follow her sometimes. So here I followed her. And definitely this book, I think all credit goes to her, because I just wrote my story, I just told her my story, but all that hard work and then sitting with the editor, and it is a different ball game again. And yeah, that much of patience I didn't have. She did it, and she's the author of the book as well.
Yeah, I found that she's the cover. When I saw your cover page, I found. So all the best to her
And
also.
another one thing, I'm just interfering here. When we spoke about the book and you told me that let us talk about the book, इतना मुझे अच्छा लगा. Like I was excited to give this interview with you. Why? Because yeah, you took that interest. And second thing is, I didn't want to share the book with you. I know the protocol that I must send it to you, but मुझे इतना अच्छा लगा, मुझे लगा कि I must give you a surprise. अभी आप पढ़ लेते ना तो launch तक wait नहीं करते.
You see, when you do good things happen to you. So it's in this world, everything is connected, and so you're spreading your smile, I'm sure, is getting you back a lot of smiles. I think that's the law of nature that continues. I think we have got a fair idea of the book. I'm eagerly waiting for the launch to happen. I would make it a point to buy it and read it to page. And more importantly, I would wish that you complete your dream of writing sequels 1, 2, 3, whatever. Uh, as we spoke before the start of this, Munna Bhai Lage Raho is something what you enjoy doing, and I'm sure that has taken you places. I've seen you over the years, more as professional than as a personal, and I'm very happy with your professionalism and what you're doing. So I wish your book a grand success, and I wish and hope that more and more people are able to read it. So all the best. Waiting for your launch. Namaskar.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.